What's up, guys? So here's my review for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I meant to do this review last night, but I didn't get home till around 1 a.m., and I didn't want to wake my family up while making a video last night, so I decided to wait until today to make the review. So hope you guys understand. You probably do. So anyways, let's go on and talk about Spider-Man. So like a lot of you, I really enjoyed Into the Spider-Verse, which came out in 2018. 5 years. Wow, that's pretty insane now that I think about it. Yeah, I really loved that first movie, and I was very excited for Across the Spider-Verse, and I didn't know how they were going to pull it off. I didn't know if it was going to be as good, and luckily it was. They managed to pull it off with Across the Spider-Verse. I loved this movie. I loved it so much that I didn't want the movie to end, and I was bummed out when the movie ended because this movie was just such a good time. I gotta talk about Oscar Isaac as Spider-Man 2099, Miguel O'Hara. He was fantastic in this movie. I loved his performance. He's pretty much the antagonist in this film, and he really did a good job with his role in this. And I'm excited to see what else he does in Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse. I'm really excited for that, to see what he does, his role. I don't want to give anything too much away because his role is really good in this. And I think Gwen this time around had a lot more to shine than she did in Into the Spider-Verse, because in the very beginning of the movie, you see Gwen's backstory, and her backstory is sad, which is very common with a lot of the Spider-Man lore, essentially. So you get to see Gwen's origin story, and I thought it was very well done. I think Haley Steinfeld did a really good job with the voice work in this, and it was very well done. And her animation, like her world, basically, her animation, I thought was stunning. There were some moments during the scenes where it almost looked like a painting. Like it looked like a painting that was being made as the scene was going on. And I never really seen anything like that before in animation form. And that's something really cool about this movie, is it really takes full advantage with the animation. There's actually no, every shot in this film is breathtaking. Like any shot you would show me, it would look fantastic. I would take a screenshot, make a poster of it, put it on my wall. It would be amazing. Daniel Kaluuya as Spider-Punk was such a standout for me. I loved his character in this movie, and I loved his animation style as well. It reminded me of a Sex Pistols poster. That was his animation style, which makes sense because he's a British punk rocker. It entirely made sense, and I loved some of his line delivery was hilarious. His lines were just amazing. Probably my least favorite thing is Scarlet Spider, Ben Reilly. I did not like the way they used him in this movie, to be honest. I should have known what I was getting myself into because Andy Samberg is the one that's voicing him. But I think a lot of Spider-Man fans aren't going to like Ben Reilly in this. His character, he didn't really have much to do, to be honest. People will see how it is in the movie, but me personally, I did not like Scarlet Spider in the film. And there are a lot of cameos, so keep that in mind. And it's not like the type of cameos where they just shoehorn it in. It actually makes sense in the story. I don't think a lot of people are going to like the ending of this movie, because a lot of people are forgetting that this is essentially the start of a two-parter. We're getting Beyond the Spider-Verse, which is next year, and I feel like a lot of people are forgetting that that's the case. So after they see this movie, this is setting up for Beyond the Spider-Verse. So after they see this movie with this giant cliffhanger that it has, some people are going to be disappointed, a majority of them. So I could see that happening. Me personally, I like the ending because I knew we were going to get a part 2 in March of next year, which is when Beyond the Spider-Verse is coming. But one of my friends, he forgot that was happening, and he didn't really like that ending. But when I told him there was a second part coming, he liked the ending a little bit more. But yeah, I could see a lot of people not liking this ending, which isn't a bad thing. What worries me, though, is depending on how the third one is, I don't know if it's going to be good. It most likely will, but there is that 10% where it may not land well. And the second movie with Across the Spider-Verse, I don't know if people would like it anymore if the third one leads to something that's trash, if that makes sense. But I have full faith in Marvel and Sony because Across the Spider-Verse was really good. I bet the third one would be as great as well. There was something at the beginning of the film, some of the dialogue I couldn't really hear. There was a lot of like music, and I couldn't really understand the dialogue. And I thought it was just me, but I checked on Twitter. there was a lot of people that had the same issue at the beginning of the film. So hopefully Sony can fix that. I'm not really sure. I mean, we'll see. I know they fixed some of No Way Home during the theatrical run because some of the CGI wasn't finished. So maybe they could change it in the theatrical at some point, or the Blu-ray whenever it comes out. But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed the Cross the Spider-Verse. I love this movie. I definitely want to see it again, and I'm going to give it an A. So yeah, if you're a fan of Spider-Man, highly recommend checking this out. Yeah, you guys are going to love it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys next time.